Toby's gonna be in the background, look.
Yeah, look.
What is it? Tell
Look
me.
at everyone.
Subscribe to
See, look at her ears this big. Yeah, what the heck?
It's because she's a Cocker Spaniel.
Wait, can the people...
Oh, do they have big
can the
ears, do
people
they?
in the video-
Everyone's in my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
You won't catch them
people
all?
in my room right
You're a
now.
failure.
Corey.
And a dog. Welcome back to my channel. I have decided to do a series called Open and Broken, which is inspired by Leah Ray Bolland. She used to say open and broken during my DTS, and she would say that the best way to learn and grow as people is to be open and broken with our hearts. So instead of coming to a place of trying to put on a show and show who you are in a positive light, it's coming just who you are and showing that to people. So I thought I'd make a series of bringing people who I love and people that I value into my room, having a chat and talking about what makes them broken and how they have been impacted in their life by their beliefs and how they are learning and growing from that. So just complete openness. So within that, I just would appreciate no judgment for anyone's views and beliefs when they come onto this series. This is my daddy. Dad has never been on my channel before, so I thought I would introduce him and who he is to us. Dad is named Todd Williams. I will call him Todd for the sake of the video. Todd is an entrepreneur. He has his own business, so he's a businessman. He has run a big company down here called Cavalier Homes, and now he has his own personal business called Will Build Homes, so we'll link his website down below if you would like to look at his work. He is also an elder in our church. We go to a brethren church. I do this because it's kind of loose. And he's an elder in the church, so he is like a pastor.
Elder? They call them elders?
Yes.
Your dad's not elder though. He's an elderly.
Elder of the church. What does that mean, Dad?
It's not about your age. It's a leadership position. So
He's a leader in our church.
Yeah.
He's also a dad, obviously. He's a father of 4 children. He's a husband. He and Mum have been married for 23 years. And he's still madly in love with her. You should see them together. And he's just an all-around great guy. Everyone loves my dad. I bring him places to like Perth and stuff, and everyone's just like, oh, Todd, like, what a lad. So I appreciate that you're that kind of person that people like.
Thanks.
Dad has been close person to me. He and I have been through lots together, including my spinal fusion surgery where he and Mum and I lived in Melbourne whilst I was going through that. He's been through all my breakups with me, he's been through all my crap, and he still loves me and thinks I'm a great person. So I value you a lot. You're one of my best friends.
Oh, thank you, darling.
And I also love what you have to say about God and where you've come from, which is why I'm going to ask you these questions.
I look forward to it.
So here we go.
Hannah's interview, take 1.
Do you have any religious beliefs? What forms your belief system?
I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that he died on the cross. He died for my sins, and as a result of that belief, I follow him. And he calls us to follow. He says, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. My belief structure around, if you call it religion, is Jesus Christ.
Have you ever thought about giving up your beliefs? And when was there a time that you thought about that?
I think every Christian at some point thinks about giving up on their faith. I think at some point everyone has little doubts because they think, oh, it can't be real, or well, God can't be real, or there's little things that come into play in life that make you feel like a little bit of doubt, because when the fall happened back in the garden, we separated ourselves from that place of a really intimate relationship with God, and this world sort of comes at us pretty hard. And so yeah, I've definitely had moments. I'd say they were very few. There's not been many of them, but a couple of times through my life, I think I have thought, I don't know about this.
And that's normal. Next question. What has been a defining event in your life that's shaped you to be Todd now?
I am who I am now because of what God did in my life. I was on a path that wasn't leading down a good way, a good place, and in a very definite way, God revealed himself to me and showed me clearly that he is real and that he's a God to follow and love and serve. And I then said, okay, well you're real, so therefore I've got some responsibility to say, okay, well, how do I live my life? How do I go about my day to day? And he made that pretty clear. So he changed me from that moment forward and made me who I am today. And I'm still being changed. I'm not anywhere near where he wants me to be. I've still got a lot of work to do, but I'm on a journey, and he's the one helping me on that journey to become who I am. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, and if you want to know how Dad met God, I will link his testimony video below. He's starting a YouTube channel, so go follow him. But you can watch the whole testimony, right?
Sure.
So your defining event was when you came into relationship with God.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of like a pretty loaded question, but we all thought it would be good to ask this, which is saying yes or no to these different beliefs, like what you think about these things.
So it's a yes/no answer with no
it's
clarification.
It's a yes/no answer. If you want to clarify, you can say pause and then quickly clarify. Law of attraction.
Pause.
This is the definition of law of attraction. In the New Thought philosophy, the law of attraction is the belief that positive or negative thoughts bring positive or negative experiences into a person's life. Like, for example, for me, yes, because when I'm thinking positively, I feel like things happen more positively in my life. That's what I think about it.
Okay. No, I don't believe in it because my thoughts are not what rule me. My thoughts are just something that I have, and I can have good thoughts, which won't necessarily be that something good will happen because that's just a thought. I can think to myself right now, oh, really, a Ferrari should come down the road and into my driveway, but the potential of that happening is very, 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 very slim. And so it's not realistic. What is real is what is able to be. I'm making a long answer, so
It's totally fine.
I'm going to have to.
I knew it would happen.
I'll stop there.
Do you believe in the afterlife?
I very definitely believe in the afterlife.
Believe
Jesus
in-
died on the cross and rose from the dead, and that's part of my faith. That if he didn't raise from the dead, my faith's in vain. And he raised so we could have life with him eternally. So 100%.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in angels, and the Holy Ghost is a ghost. So based on that, if you call angels ghosts, yes, the Holy Ghost is a ghost. So yes, I believe when our spirit leaves our body, we are like a ghost. But I don't believe in people's ghosts leaving their body and coming back to haunt us. I don't believe in that part.
Do you believe in evolution?
Do I believe in evolution? No,
Okay. And do you believe in star signs?
definitely not.
Okay. Interesting. Isn't this an interesting
Yeah.
situation?
Well, I don't believe in star signs because stars are just stars in the sky that God placed there, and he didn't put them there for it to predict my future. He tells me my future. The stars don't tell me my future.
Do you believe as well in the compatibility of the star signs? Obviously not as well because you don't believe in the star signs.
So like
there's
a
thing
Gemini
that-
goes with
Yeah.
Taurus or like...
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all. That stars in the sky can't tell me who I'm to be with. They're stars. They're suns out in the universe burning. That's all they're doing. Like our sun in this sky. It doesn't tell me how to live my life. The Son of God tells me how to live my life.
Yeah. What would you tell 21-year-old Toddy?
21-year-old Toddy was a bit of a silly boy, and 21-year-old Toddy was just before my 21st birthday become a Christian. So 21-year-old Toddy actually was a Christian.
How
So
about
that's-
20 then?
Yeah, so 20, he was a silly boy. Hurry up, make the decision, because you know it's going to fix all this stuff up.
What do you think the purpose of your life is from now?
Purpose of my life from now is, well, I'm to continue to do what I am doing, which is working. To continue to serve God in whatever form he calls me to serve him. So whether that be within the context of church environment or broader, whatever he's asking me to do, that's my purpose. That's what I'm here for, and that's what he's called me to do. And to love on my family and my wife.
Oh,
And me.
and Jordan, and Ginger and Joy.
And our extended family and friends.
If you had to pick a favourite child, who would it be?
To be the one that I don't have.
Whoa! Wait.
No, Dad doesn't
Now,
have
I
favourite
don't
children.
have a favourite child. I always like to bring it up and say, oh, that person's your favourite child. And I've heard that it's not abnormal, that a lot of children feel this way. And it's hard to make everyone feel as special and as loved, but I try.
Dad doesn't have a favourite kid, is the point. That was just
Did
a
you
joke
just
question.
say that, Hannah?
That was
Because
just a joke question.
you've often been the one that said,
We like to argue.
You're the favourite.
We like to argue.
oh, they're the favourite.
Yeah, at some point if you'd like to. Now, Sarah, can you... Yep.
But she's my favourite child.
The next question is there anything within the Christian belief that you don't think is right or that you kind of don't believe in?
Within Christianity, there's people that have differing interpretations of the whole truth. So little bits and pieces that they think are little light bulb moments. They've got, I've got an answer. So unless it can be really proven from the Bible, I don't believe in it. So that might sound a little bit broad, but to me the gospel is very clear. The Bible is very clear. There is parts of it, like end times, that are a bit grey, but the thing that we have to learn as Christians, and the Bible speaks of it from cover to cover, is that we have to trust God. It's about trust. It's a trust journey, and whatever the details are, if there's stuff that we aren't quite sure of, we're just to put that on the shelf and go, okay, I don't need to know everything, God. You mentioned that this series on your channel is called Open and Broken, and when you said that, I thought, wow, that's a really deep and such a significant thing. And you'll find, whether people are Christians or whether they're not, to be open and broken is life. To be open means to be transparent and to be teachable. This is my interpretation of open, right? Teachable, vulnerable, be willing to be exposed, to show your heart, to show who you are as a person, and to be open and broken. I've been broken many times, and being broken is within Christianity is a significant thing. It is a place where God uses you the most. It is a place where it is hard, as it sounds, brokenness, and so whether you're a Christian or not, both of those things are very, very important, because brokenness in life means that you can empathise with other people about the stuff that they've gone through. I think this is the theme of what you're trying to talk about in this.
Yes.
And this openness and brokenness is a powerful thing. And people that aren't Christians will say the same things. A lot of big businessmen have actually been bankrupt, and as a result of that brokenness have rebuilt and gone ahead and value the bankruptcy, value the brokenness that brought them to their knees.
The point that broke them.
Yeah. So the brokenness that we're talking about is not the financial brokenness. It's in here.
So what's the point that broke you?
As I said, I've had brokenness in a few ways. When I was a young fella, just before I turned 13, my mum passed away. When you lose someone you love dearly, that breaks your heart. So a lot of people in a similar position have had loss. Loss breaks you, and it helps you to turn into the person that you are. It does. You can use it for good, or it can make you bitter and hard and twisted, and it can lead you to good things, or it can lead you to bad things. It can have a really significant effect on your life. And I think through hurt and pain and loss, we are built as people. So I think I've got many examples. I can't go into them now for the sake of time, of brokenness and what that means and how it comes about and the effect that it has on you. But brokenness doesn't mean that you're broken as a person and that you can't exist. It just means that something's gone on inside. You've had hardship and pain. Just like a fruit tree that gets pruned really, really hard, it does not mean that it's going to die. It means it's going to come back with bigger fruit if it's allowed to.
Todd, thank you for coming on my channel.
No problem.
Been amazing. So Todd's channel will be down below, as I said earlier. So go click his testimony video. It's probably going to be the only one on there at the moment, and you can watch it. But he's also thinking of doing sermons every now and then, hey? So you can subscribe. And if you like listening to Dad and his views, then you can subscribe to that. If you have any questions for Dad as well, I'll put his Instagram, and you can ask questions to him there if you would like to discuss anything. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you for being on my channel. I love you a
Welcome.
lot. You smell really nice.
Oh.
And I've loved listening to you. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. If you're going to enjoy this series, then I suggest you subscribe because they will come regularly. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.